What is going on, guys? It's your boy Era here, and today I have a brand new video for you. As you may know, there has been a trend in new gamers in Valorant with so many questions, so I thought I'd give you guys a beginner guide to the game before you jump straight in. In today's video, we'll be going over 5 topics: aiming for the head, right hand peeks, learning to pre-aim, running versus walking, and practicing your abilities. If at any point you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, make sure to leave a like and hit that red subscribe button and put on post notifications for more tips and tricks, as well as some frag movies I will be putting out. So for our first topic, we will be focusing on aiming at the head. The best way to do this would definitely be hopping into the shooting range first. In the shooting range, there are tons of ways to practice. You can have one bot pop up at a set speed for flicking and reflex training. You can also do a streak mode where you have to eliminate a certain amount of targets. You can have bots either stand still or strafe in the practice mode. You can have bots have no armor or even full armor. You can even turn the option of having infinite ammo on. I recommend doing the practice mode with the bots standing still for beginners, as this can help you get used to your sensitivity or even help make adjustments to your sensitivity. If you're coming up short, your sensitivity may be a little low. If you're passing the head, maybe your sensitivity is a little high. I also recommend doing the speed challenge on easy for beginners, as it will help for flicking and reflex training. As you get better, you can go up in difficulty and see how accurate you can be with your flicks. A big reason as to why aiming at the head is important is that all guns have different damage levels to the head, upper half, and lower half of the body. For example, the classic pistol, when shot to the head, does 78 damage, whereas the Vandal does a whopping 156 to the head. So make sure to practice aiming at the head so you can use less bullets for more damage and possibly clutch the round. A helpful tip for when you're in game is to look at some areas where heads line up with certain items. For example, on bind, some of the double boxes have a line going through the middle. If you have your crosshair around that level, you'll be aiming around the head of the enemy around 90% of the time. On to our next topic, we have right hand peeks. Have you ever wondered why you got eliminated before you even saw the enemy? It's because most of the time the enemy is holding a right hand peek angle to have an advantage on anyone that comes within their sights. Here is a tweet that was posted discussing right hand peeks. If you're going to hold a right hand peek, there are 2 main things to take into consideration: where you're aiming and how close your character model is to the object making the right hand peek. The closer you are to an object, the more of your character model shows. The farther you are, the less you show. This comes in handy, for example, when holding showers on the A site in the map bind. Here is another tweet showing an example of a right hand peek hold on showers. So next time when you're in game, make sure to try and hold angles that give you this type of advantage and get that entry frag or that kill to clutch the round. Next, we have pre-aiming. Many players may call this pre-aiming or pre-firing, but it's mostly just crosshair placement. Crosshair placement takes time to get used to. You need to know the map layouts, where the enemy could possibly be, and what angles to hold. For example, if you're going around the double box in A short on bind, you're not going to want to put your crosshairs in the box. Reason being is that if an enemy ends up coming around the corner, there's going to be a slight delay in your flick compared to someone who may possibly have their crosshairs placed where you're at. This is a better example of good crosshair placement. Another thing we will be talking about is running versus walking. Running is the default way of getting around the map, which causes you to be heard when mobile, but is also the fastest way to get around the map. Walking is something you'd consider doing when you're coming into a spike planted site, making sure that the enemy doesn't know where you're at. This also takes time to get used to. A helpful tip is that when you're running, on the minimap, there's a faint white ring around your character that shows up, which indicates exactly how far people can hear you from when you're running. When walking, you're quiet and more accurate when you shoot compared to shooting while you run. These things take a little bit of time to get used to, but once you get these down, you'll be doing great in no time. Abilities. Something that makes the game more interesting. From simple things like Brimstone smokes to cover for fast rushes, to someone like Raze with an insane rocket launcher ultimate. The only way to get good at using the abilities is to practice them. Go into the firing range and practice all the abilities possible. Figure out if there's any delay to raising your weapon after using an ability like Jett's dashes. The only way to get used to one of the key features of the game is to just practice it and put it into an actual game. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button, go ahead and press that red subscribe button as well, put on post notifications. I will be putting up more guides and tutorials, tips and tricks, and even frag movies on this channel from now on. And this has been your boy Era, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.